This market's about to blow. Welcome everybody to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, or shall I say Suppoman 2, the next generation of Suppoman, with an epic episode for you today. So in today's video, we have got the following. Firstly, a Bitcoin and market recap. What has been going on? Where are the prices sitting now? And what does it indicate for the current health of the market? And then we are going to be looking at a coin that you will not have considered at all. Something no one is talking about. While everybody's talking about Polkadot and all the potential low cap gems out there, no one's talking about this one. And that's what we're going to be talking about, coming from the man who called Chainlink. So, we're going to be looking at this, and I guarantee you, by the end of this, I am going to have transformed and educated you about this coin and make you have a completely different spin on it. And then we'll have a Q&A section as usual. So if you are excited about this, make sure that you smash up ye old likes, smash them up, because it's 4 days in a row. What the hell? Suppoman, you have changed. Yes, I have. And I waited for you. I was going to come online about half an hour ago when Bitcoin was at 17.9, but it's at 18,000. We got an 18,000 proper stream today. So, let me make sure that I am live and that you can see me and everything. Let's have a lucky work. Seems to be going okay. Yeah, well, I seem to be live. What's it saying for the quality of the stream? I don't know. Well, whatever the case, okay? Let's carry on because it looks like everything's fine. So, Bitcoin today is at, well, it's right now anyway, $18,100, nearly $50. Okay, so it has almost exploded out of the 17 to 18k channel. Okay, which means that we can decrease this. And maybe, seeing how Bitcoin has been going up in literally the last hour, we could be going for a 19,000 here. We could be going for an all-time high by the weekend. Nah, okay, probably not that drastically close. But you never know. So, where are we at? So, currently, the market cap sits at $500 billion. This is an increase on yesterday. $500 billion. We are over halfway there. We're getting to that point where we could be hitting an all-time high. But we need the altcoins to catch up first. We almost need, hold on, let me just refresh this. $502 billion now. We need there to be a point, and I imagine that the point will be at the road in which Bitcoin hits an all-time high. Tends to be that point. It will have an initial run over its all-time high, I believe, and at that point it will then stop. And then the money will come flooding into alts. It could happen a bit sooner, but alts are doing well today, in fact. Let's have a look. Last 24 hours, what are the big gainers? Basically, it's the DeFi camp. So, DeFi is almost the secondary aspect that is doing well in conjunction with Bitcoin. So, all those people that said DeFi's dead, DeFi's dying, DeFi's gone, whatever. It's not. It's not. So, we've got Yearn Finance sitting at the top, getting towards 30,000, 24% increase. And similar with Sushi Swap, 24% increase. Sushi Swap is exciting. I initially had my reservations about it, but actually I think that it's coming on waves, as it were. Waves, OKB, Huobi Token, Litecoin. Not sure quite what's driving these ones. But we have got some heavy green. Let's see what's not doing so well. The Bitcoins. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, ABBC coins. It just features here all the time. Hedge Trade. NEM. I personally see no value in NEM. But then again, it's one of those coins that has just been around a long time. And you just kind of think to yourself, why is it still there? Like, most people have forgotten about it. Probably don't even care for it. Anyway, so now comes the important stuff. This is what you join for at the end of the day. This is what Suppoman does for you. Suppoman does the research and does a little bit of looking into his investor network and seeing what people are saying and seeing what the appetite is like for things that haven't yet shot up. And something that I have been looking at is the coin that I am literally about to talk to you about, which is this one. Is 40x incoming for this altcoin from its current price in 2021? And why? This is going to be interesting for you. Now, this is not financial advice. This is educational purposes. If you want to invest, then make sure you use this in order to aid your own research. With that being said, let's move on. So, this cryptocurrency, you're not going to believe it. You are not going to believe it. Is NEO. NEO. Now, you're probably thinking, right, I'm turning off now. Don't. It'd be the biggest mistake you could make, because you are going to want to know this. So, NEO. What do we already know about NEO? It's the Chinese Ethereum, as it were. Essentially, the Ethereum for China. The development ecosystem for dApps for indie businesses and big businesses. Mainly focused in the Eastern market. They've got Chinese government cooperation. They're part of the blockchain service network, which is an alliance with the government to improve blockchain services for business. They are currently a centralized system. This is what is probably arguably one of the biggest fallbacks on NEO is that when you have got a lot of centralized cryptocurrencies or infrastructures out there. It's until they move into being decentralized that where the true value comes in. But it is a currently centralized ecosystem with 7 nodes that run the network. They are the builders of Ontology, Nash, Switcheo, Deep Brain Chain, and Red Pulse. Although Ontology eventually moved on to their own chain. And they are currently sitting at a 1 billion market cap. So they are a top tier coin already. But then again, so was Chainlink when it was $3. And look where that got to. So believe me when I say that although we're still out there looking for the low cap coins, we're also looking for the safer investments. So this currently sits at anywhere between $15.89 and $16. It's 551 million daily volume going into this. Could actually be billion. And it's number 21 on CoinMarketCap. So this is a top tier coin already known that a lot of people have forgotten about. Its relevance was mainly in January 2018. And then everything else came in. Then you had all the blockchain 4.0s. You had the credits. You had the Elastos. You had Hashgraph, you had Polkadot, you've had Cosmos, Tezos, all of these, Cardano, all of these now just usurping the market share within the infrastructure space. Do we potentially have a comeback for NEO? This is what you need to know. NEO 3.0. It has been promised for a long time, but we are 90% of the way there with NEO 3.0. So what is NEO 3.0 in a nutshell? This is what you need to know. NEO 3.0 is essentially a total revamp of NEO. It's a new blockchain. They are not going to be using the current blockchain, which is 4 years old now. It started with AntShares, and you will remember our history with that. It's now going to turn into a new blockchain because it's not compatible with the old blockchain. So there's going to be a token swap, and there's going to be a consensus upgrade. They use decentralized Byzantine fault tolerance, which is essentially going to be upgraded to 3.0. So it's a total revamp. It's going to have, and this is quite possibly one of the biggest aspects of the upgrade, is that it's going to have a built-in Oracle service. Now, oracles are what Chainlink bring to the party, enabling smart contract software to essentially connect, or blockchains and smart contracts, and essentially to connect with URLs, with services like PayPal, with Facebook, and all sorts, banks, everything. So NEO 3.0 is going to have a built-in Oracle service for smart contracts to access any internet URL. So this is going to give the blockchain their blockchain electricity. It's going to enable use case for Neo, rather than it just sitting there and being an irrelevant blockchain. So this is massive. Then we've got the decentralization aspect coming in, where they are going to be changing from the centralized to a decentralized model, both in governance and architecture. They are moving towards 100,000 transactions per second. Currently, well, where we have Neo operating at the moment is they are kind of testing the upgrade on their current blockchain. So traditionally, they are 1,000 to 10,000 transactions per second. But having tested the consensus, they are seeing throughputs of 20,000 transactions per second, with a move to upgrading to 100,000 once the blockchain is launched, with increased stability and security from a product called Dora. And this is also, they are expanding on their product. So obviously DeFi, we have seen them start in DeFi with Flamingo Finance. That was a completely full stack new build. It's not a copy and paste of an Ethereum DeFi product. It is a completely new built DeFi ecosystem to test the water and start building out Neo's DeFi, I suppose, contribution. Then they've got Neo 1, which is going to be enabling the easy development, the testing, the debugging, and the deployment of dApps. Then they've got Neo FS, which is a file sharing system. And they are going to have plugins to enable people to create large enterprise dApps that connect and plug into their blockchain, Neo's blockchain. Good so far? What else? So they are going to have a complete ecosystem upgrade. So everything connected and is relevant to Neo at the moment is going to be upgraded. So Nash, for instance. So Nash, you would have seen Nash Dreamer in my chat constantly talking about Nash recently and saying, look at Nash, consider Nash. Basically, Nash is going to be having Nash Link, which is going to have a fiat gateway. They are going to be having liquidity mining. Or I think that's already started, actually. Flamingo and Anchor. So they're going to be having... So Neo are going to be enabling cloud computing and cloud sharing service. Now, the launch is expected to be January or Q1 2021. I'm going to show you... This is completely insider stuff that Da Hongfei himself has said this is coming in 2 months. In less than 2 months, actually, if you think about it. And where this could be leading to bursts of value is they are currently in the process of launching Preview 4. Now, this is the preview of Neo 3.0. They are essentially testing the functionality before they do the testnet and then subsequently the mainnet. And this is all going to happen in a very short period of time. So they're currently on Preview 3. Preview 4, I understand, is currently having some form of Red4Sec audit to make sure that it is all functioning properly. And then they move into testnet and then to mainnet. All of this in a short period of time. So this could be leading to Neo refinding its glory, gaining relevance, its ecosystem gaining relevance, and almost doing a kind of polka dot on the space. So I want to gain, because I love getting a bit of a consensus check, which is very, very, I suppose, appropriate as we're in cryptocurrency. So what do you guys think about Neo right now? Are you holding bags of Neo? Are you wanting to get bags of Neo? Now, I personally have held a bag of Neo since July or August 2017. Okay, I have not gotten rid of it. I have been essentially using it to gain gas, not in the rude aspect, but essentially to gain gas, and it's still sat there. And I've also got Ontology doing the same thing. I've not gotten rid of Neo, and the reason why I've not gotten rid of Neo is because of Neo 3.0. Neo 3.0 is a little bit like Ethereum 2.0. It's been that milestone that you've been waiting for a while. It's almost like the Shelly or Guguan update for ADA. Okay, you've just been waiting for things to come for a while, and then finally they suddenly start appearing. And as you can see here, this from Da Hongfei himself. We're currently building testing Neo 3 intensively. We're roughly on schedule. We'll launch the Neo 3 mainnet in January. Okay, so this is from the big man himself. So although we've been waiting a year for this, it could finally be coming out. And I think this is probably one of what has led to an increase in attention to Neo in August when it went up over $20, about $25. But then nobody talked about it. This is now putting some meat on the bones. So let's see what you guys have got to say. Suppo looking to One Chain, dead to me. They're dead to me. Where can I buy more Neo for USD? Well, basically, you can get Neo anywhere. I mean, it's pretty much one of the top tier coins, so it's available most places. Let's have a look for any of you who are wondering. Oh, it's gone up. Look, 1609 now. It's got up about 30 cents since I looked at it earlier. So Binance, you can get that with Tether. Do Coinbase do it? I haven't actually bought anything off of Coinbase. Not since kind of 2018. I'm imagining they don't. But you can get it pretty much anywhere. Buybox, Huobi, Bitforex. It's everywhere. You know, Neo is everywhere. Yeah, so that's where to find it. What's up with bid out? I will be looking at that. I want to get Neo Superman. Thanks for validating my opinion. No problem, Pete. May get some. Don't hold any now. It's funny that, Chrissy, because we met at the Neo DevCon in January 2018. Neo's dead. I think that this kind of validates, or should I say confirms, recency bias. Okay, so essentially people tend to be hooked or interested in the recent successes of things. Okay, and so therefore, you know, therefore they buy what seems hot right now. They won't touch. It's a little bit like when Bitcoin, you know, was 20,000 and it went all the way down to 3,000. People are like, oh, I'm going to wait till it's 1,800, 1,500. And when it goes up to 5,000, like, oh, I'm going to wait till it goes to 3,000. And when it goes up to 8,000, oh, I'm going to wait till it goes to 5,000, and so on and so on and so on. Essentially, when it doesn't seem like something is hot, then nobody wants to buy it. When nobody is talking about it, nobody wants to buy it. But it isn't until the point at which people do talk about it that the human psychology starts to kick in and people do want to get into it. So this is that would be a perfect example of that. Lisa Marie made my first 10x with Neo back in the day. That was a good one back in the day. And the thing is that Neo, despite its lack of relevance, still kind of, it's 550 million, still kind of holds its top 20 position. And the thing is that Neo have been doing work in the background. There is something that one has strived for. There will always be a kind of Neo community because they've got a pretty good developer ecosystem, high quality one. The problem with Neo has been that, you know, in the main, people develop for Ethereum. And from what I have gathered from going to Neo conferences and speaking to people that have developed for both, is that it's harder to develop for Neo. But this is why the upgrade. This is why the built-in oracles. This is why the Neo 1. This is why the systems to make it much easier to build large-scale enterprise dApps for that space. So therefore, I think that they're kind of trying to overturn the previous lack of relevance and overturn the old, boring, not as exciting as Polkadot and all those things, trying to overturn it and essentially become new again, almost reborn again. And it'd be interesting to see, because they have been previously the masters of announcements. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do to increase attention, because once they want attention, they're good at getting it. What's your view on Phantom, which was a top staking coin a while back? Well, it's another one brewing in the background, which I imagining for the long term is a good investment. Is it able to compete with DeFi at the moment? No, it's not, because DeFi at the moment is the hottest, newest thing, and everybody is from a human psychology point of view, because everybody's bullish about it. Everybody is obviously more engrossed in DeFi coins than they are necessarily in the traditional coins. And who can blame them at the end of the day? Cryptocurrency is all about speculation. And the speculation comes from how well can a cryptocurrency generate attention, and therefore, moving forward from that, how do their evangelists then gain attention from the wider cryptocurrency market, and then the kind of snowball goes that way. Hi Nathan, it's just saying a quick hi to people. Hi Joe, hi Ahmed, hi Griff J, Bobber, Steve, Wasaf, Eric, Crypto Chat 7. See, you're not banned. Tiffy. So some good turnout today. Good turnout. I'm happy to see people. Please talk about helium. Helium was something I wanted to get. One of the helium. What was it? They had this portable thing that you could just plug in and it would start mining for you. But I never really got around to it. They were interested in me having that, but I didn't really look at it. But helium, I personally didn't really foresee them doing how they are doing. Oh, funny! I never noticed that. So with CoinMarketCap, actually live updates, you shouldn't have to refresh it. Let's have a look at helium. People powered network, start wireless revolution. Powered by the Helium blockchain, the People's Network represents a paradigm shift for decentralized wireless infrastructure. Really interesting. It's really interesting. I haven't invested in it because it's not really something that my investor community at the top tier really talk about. But it is interesting. Actually, something else that's interesting. Hi, Lisa Allison. Sando TV, Jigger. I did say Jigger. Crypto Chick, Sandro. Did you guess my crypto yesterday? I haven't properly tried to actually, but I will. Yeah, something I have been looking at is Polka Starter. Okay, so Polka Starter is a DEX built for cross-chain token pools and auctions, etc., based on Polkadot. So this is something that, because it's Polkadot related, interests me. I've had a look at the people, the VCs behind it, and also looking at the where the price has gotten to, because this was I think it was 1.2 cents at seed round, 2.5 cents at private sale, but when this launched on Uniswap it was 5 cents, and this hasn't even 4x'd. Okay, so this could be something that hasn't yet properly got going yet. And having a look and see who's gone into it, we've got NGC Ventures. If you don't know who NGC are, that's Neo Global Capital. So they have an arm where they invest in new startups. They obviously make them in and then reinvest it probably back into Neo. So NGC are one of the top 8. I don't notice any of the others. Moonrock I think I've seen before. Vendetta. Kairos. So, DEXs have in conjunction with DeFi, DEXs have become quite profitable. So this is a DEX, it's Polkadot, 2 profitable qualities, VC backed. It went up to 66 cents. So I think that was its all-time high. So it's had a 60% retracement. It's lost 2/3 of its value. So could be good for an entry point. Could be good for an entry point. So interesting one that. $24. Thank you, Martin. I really appreciate it. $25, in fact. Thank you for that. Have you considered Patreon for your fans? I guess no, because when I find my gems, I put it in a course. So that is my monetization. I don't even monetize my YouTube. Look, if we have a look on my YouTube, you will see it has monetization off. So that just shows you that I don't kind of go for the money, which is weird, isn't it? Which is, considering everybody's like, oh, Superman, you're all in it for the money. So yeah, but no, I haven't. But I really appreciate the ad hoc contribution. So thank you, Martin. Every little helps at the end of the day. Bid out I may potentially look at. So if you follow me on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, for God's sake, what are you doing? So if you follow me on Twitter, you will see I've currently got... Why did it do... Oh, because I put .com. What a moron. So, so I have currently got a poll going. It's only 1 hour left. So what's hot enough to look at the moment? I reckon this has been, you remember back in the days when Binance used to do a community coin of the month or whatever, where people could vote on a new token on the Binance network. Well, I reckon that some spurious voting has been going on here, but I'll more than likely be taking a look at Bidao. Any other questions? Bit degree or Neo? Funny. Bidao. Like picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. That sounds interesting. What about... I actually quite like that. I don't know what it was in relation to, but I think that's quite funny. So happy to hear about Polkastarted. Want to have my shot on Telegram, but too shy. Oh, don't be... No. Say anything in Telegram. Say anything on the Telegram chat, for sure. Sharing token, I already said it's kind of about the gig economy. I'm not interested in it. It's probably easy money. So there we are, Marble Arch. Near Protocol. I'll check it. I'll check out. I have checked out. I did check out Near, didn't I? Did I check it out in yesterday's thingy-majiggy? Near Protocol. You see, the thing is, right? This is where it starts to get... yes, there it is. So build your first app in 5 minutes. Open source platform that accelerates the development of decentralized applications. You see, this has been going on for years. I mean, I remember Blockcat when they had kind of, WordPress for smart contracts kind of thing. So if you're a complete noob, you can get into it. But where's Blockcat now? Blockcat are dead. It's a funny thing. It's a funny game to play cryptocurrency because you've got to kind of balance two things. You've got to balance what you foresee as long-term good investments for the future, that when a bull run comes, they're going to be taken with a wave and they're going to have a trajectory of up, versus the ones that are hot right now, kind of like the Oceans, the Kasamas, the DeFi cryptocurrencies, Sushi, etc., Yearn and all that. And you kind of think to yourself, well, these are ones that I know over the course of time have got the greater chance of surviving. And you've got the other one, which is more probably, I suppose, a kind of short to mid-term, with a view to, after a bull rally, getting rid of or keeping dependent on, I suppose, the trustworthiness of the community. But the thing is that with these things, like Near and with, what's the other one? The one that is being shilled to death in here, Bidao and things like that, is that these are the ones that are kind of here today, gone tomorrow. In kind of 3 years' time, you'll probably still be talking about Neo, Cardano, Polkadot and all of that, but you probably won't even remember. It'll be kind of dispatched to the Cryptocurrency History Museum of the coins that were hot 1 minute and just dead the next. So you've got to play... You've got to understand, in your opinion, you've got to understand your own strategy. When you take on a coin and you invest in a coin, you can't just be like, okay, I'm going to invest in, let's say, Near Protocol and just leave it for 3 years. Because that could burn you, okay? You've got to kind of have, you got to just, when you're diversifying, you've got to have your own personal risk tolerance going into the analysis of what you have invested in. And you've got to know when to drop things. Okay, that's something that I really learned from the bear market, is you've really got to have a strategy per coin. You can't just leave them all, bugger off for 2 years, and think you're going to come back and you're going to have like 100x your original portfolio because you've left it for 3 years. Because actually what you could end up is with half your original portfolio. Hey, that's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say. Harry's here. Harry's here for the second day in a row. Excellent. M8 Pilot's here. Jacob Darzuk says, or Darjuk says, Bidell is dead. Personally, I've hardly seen, other than the odd shill and then today's, not much about Bidell. It's compared to Tanier, Sharding, Fully Bill. What is? I didn't see the previous message from K Crypto. Free socks from Bidell, apparently. Cuddles Knickerbocker, thank you for your $5. I'm like Tesco, every little helps. Look at Ong. So I actually hold, I sold some actually, but this, what did this used to be? I can't remember what this used to be. It used to be called something else anyway. When I first got into it, it was related to a social media platform, and then it's become SoMe. It's 14,000 USD. Now I've held these tokens. I held the tokens. I had 100,000. I sold a lot of them when it went up to 10. It went up very high recently. I think it went up to 13 cents, and I sold it at around about 11, 10 cents. And it just seems like a platform that doesn't really get a lot of attention in cryptocurrency. It was picked up by BitBoy. I think BitBoy did a really good service to everybody who held this. I was one of them. To just kind of dump their bags. So I don't know. I personally, you have to take much more in-depth looks into things in order to see, the real nuggets. You can't just look at things on face value. Yeah, a lot of people have said, "Oh, Superman, you can't just look at something for 2 minutes." No, it's true, you can't look at something for 2 minutes. But then if you ask me in a Telegram, in a thingy chat to look at something, then don't be surprised if I give a kind of off the cuff comment, because there's nothing you really can do in that situation other than give an off the cuff comment. Emblem Vault, I can't find them here, so I'll check it out off the offline. Thank you for your £5 though. £5. It's even more than $5. So thank you very much. I will have a look at it. How's Millie? I'm sure she's absolutely fine. Would love to see you and BitBoy collaborate. It's just never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. Come on. That's just not going to happen. Superman, if you sold on, you should have held on to it. Well, what is the point? Because I would now be, 12x down. So it actually helped the Bitcoin fund just before Bitcoin spiked. So, no, I think that was a better decision. Use CoinGecko. I don't really like CoinGecko, I've got to admit. I have had a look at Nomads. Is it nomads.com? Be good if I actually spelt correctly, wouldn't it? Nomads.com. It's actually seemed quite... Is that the one? What is it? Oh, Nomics, sorry. Nomics.com. Nomads. Oh dear. Right, okay. So what I think is quite interesting, actually, about Nomics is that they've got this 7-day prediction thing, which is that based on current activity, where is the cryptocurrency likely to be in a week's time? Now, this actually was relatively correct, actually, because I looked the other day when Bitcoin was at 17... No, was it at 17? No, I think it might have been at 16.8 or something. And this was saying it would be 18,000 in a week's time, so it has been quite accurate. So what this is essentially saying is that in a week's time, we're going to be basically at all-time highs. So, so that's quite interesting. It's got a big Hex advert. Look at that. It's okay, actually. It's not too bad, but I just like my simplistic. I'm quite set in my ways. I'm a bit like Prince Charles if you've been watching The Crown. Why am I blocked on your Twitter? Could be because you said something I didn't like or didn't agree with, or you liked somebody saying something hateful against me, and so I probably blocked you if that is the case. I love to see all the crypto YouTubers like yourself singing Christmas carols together at the end of the year. You know what? Me and Box Mining had an idea about 2-3 years ago where we were going to do that, actually. We were going to do... What were we going to do? That Partridge in a Pear Tree. And we were going to have each YouTuber doing a different verse, you know, the Two Turtle Doves, blah, blah, blah. So it was going to be me, Data Dash, Box Mining, Crypto Daily. Who else was around at the time? Don't know. Probably Trevon James was going to feature in there. So you never know. It may happen one day. Doubt it, but you never know. Joshua Takaoka, it's good to see you here. And yes, I am. The lives are very regular now. I love it. I love being back. So yeah, it used to be the case. I used to really care about the views, and I'd be like, oh, I didn't get that many views, so I'm not going to bother doing videos. And now I don't care. I like doing it, and I like providing a service to you guys who watch me. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm doing that, then I don't really mind. The Three Kings will be politically corrected by BBC this year to 3 persons. yeah, probably because of what is it? It's gender equality. Thank you, Galactic. I haven't seen you around, Galactic Woman, for quite a while. You used to comment quite a lot. Thank you, Chrissy. It's awesome to be back, in all honesty. Cali Boy 271986. Good to see you back. I was watching 2017. Those were the glory days. And one of the reasons why I think I'm back now is because my personal favourite memory of 2017 was around about November, December time, as it would be. But that was my favourite time. Anyway, how long have I been live? I've been live for, 26 minutes? Is that true? No, 36 minutes. Okay, so it's catching up on itself. Oh, man. You gotta admit, you must have missed the, you must have missed the odd exasperated words that come out of my mouth. Don't care about his keep happiness. Yes, indeed, MIA Pilot. I absolutely agree. You know, caring too much about people's opinions of you, and caring too much about the views and comments and all that. I just thought, at the time, actually, probably shouldn't have been so upset about it. But I used to be upset when I used to look and I used to see, 16k views? That's pathetic. What's the point? And now I don't care. Even if I get 5k views, I don't really care. I just enjoy coming online, and if people want to watch and have something to have somebody to watch on a daily basis rather than watching the same typical boring arseholes that have always existed. You remember back in the day when I used to do cryptocurrency videos and you had Bitcoin Meister and just a boring, dry person. Who cares? Like, you don't want to. You want to have. Well, in my personal opinion, I do what works on me, right? So what works on me works for me. But other people, they just kind of like boring, yada yada yada, pre-recorded videos, not much engagement or interaction with the people that watch them. But I like talking to you. I don't like talking to a camera. I like talking to you guys and having a direct dialogue. And being able to, look at things off the cuff and be able to give some opinion on them. Because I believe that's what you need in cryptocurrency. You need somebody who actually knows stuff. If you were to be on a live stream with most cryptocurrency YouTubers, other than what they have made their video about, you probably won't get a lot of substance from them. There's probably not a lot there. Because they don't know the market. I've been in it 3.5 years. I've been through the rough times like you have. And I've been keeping in contact with all of my network in that time. So although there are parts where I have been out of the game a little bit, like recently when I bought this place, which is an incredible place, to be honest. Other than that, I tend to stick around and because it's my business. Thank you, Dark Aurora. I appreciate your $5. Lovely. Anything new with UTK? I don't know. It's I think that Utrust are just bubbling in the background. They're doing. I think they're just continuing to work, which is the important thing. They've got they've got a good work ethic. It's Nuno. Nuno, well, he's no longer the CEO, actually. Their current CEO was previously PayPal, which is good. But Nuno, was a hard worker. He was mega intense. So I could see why Utrust are where they are because of him. When Lambo 100x, the days are coming. The days are coming. This market's about to blur. District 0x, dead. Come on. District 0x, shit coin. The only thing you can't get with crypto, charisma. Thank you, MI8 Pilot. Well said, I hope. When do you expect alt season? I don't really know because you see alt season is already happening, but there's a difference between alt season and 2018 alt season. Now, alt season was a mega bull rally, okay, a mega bull run, mega. And that is something that I anticipate will happen once Bitcoin has hit an all-time high, and the investors that have taken it to an all-time high want to then put their money into the small, low-cap gems, and then bang, they all go up. But they go up so dramatically that the 10x that the whale investors have made then make a 300x from that 10x, and then bang, no longer working. That's how the rich get richer, because they know, they're informed. That's why they spend hundreds of thousands on the people I know, by the way. They spend hundreds of thousands on people that analyse and know where the money is coming from. And they know when things are going to spike and why. And we find out about it later. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, what? Neo's going up. I'm going to get some Neo. And everybody's shilling Neo in everybody's YouTube chat. So you just have to wait and see. Thank you, Ahmed. Best YouTuber ever. I do appreciate the compliments. How high will Bitcoin go? 100k, 200k, near 300k? I think it'll hit all of those milestones over the course of time, purely because of its properties as digital gold. It's gold in cryptocurrency world. Gold has existed forever. Now there's silver, there's bronze, and whatever other metals, platinum, whatever. There's all these others, but gold is gold. Bitcoin is cryptocurrency's gold. So even if something better pops along, that's better technologically, that's more mainstream, and has a supply that takes it to a market cap over Bitcoin, Bitcoin has the scarcity. So I think that Bitcoin are going to hit all those milestones over time. It's taken this long, 3 years now, to get to our previous milestone. But I think it's gonna hit those milestones over time. But you've got to take a long-term view of cryptocurrency. Even though I've been coming live for 3.5 years, that 3 years is a tiny little speck in the ocean compared with the many years blockchain and cryptocurrency will be around and technology will continue to strive. Suppoman, get off the same bloody page. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this page. It's now going to catch up major now. Any other Sphinx? One's not the DeFi king, I'm afraid. One would be doing what any cryptocurrency should be doing. Like, for instance, like Neo. You need to adapt to the world as it evolves. Ethereum do it incredibly well. Ethereum is the leader as far as innovation is concerned. So everybody has to kind of be like Ethereum but better. Okay, that's the only way to really kind of depose the king or queen is to be number 2. You've got to be better. And it takes a lot to be better when they've got a head start and they've got the finest technological minds on the planet. Thoughts on BCH fork? I don't care as far as the miner community. One probably should, because it may have a direct reflection on how well the cryptocurrency does. But I would just jump on something. It's $23, the newest, nearly $24. So it's going up in a quite minor way, to be honest. Since yesterday, it's gone up nearly $1.50. Nothing spectacular. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash in itself, I don't see as it's not the same kind of thing as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a different league, and Bitcoin Cash is like trying to bring some of the properties into a more mainstream market. I just come. What's the coin? You gotta watch back. You have got to watch back. Thoughts on the best BTC wallet these days? You know what? I just keep them safe in one place, which is numerous Ledger Nanos. That is the one I think is the best. I don't really tend to get too, I suppose, too interested in wallets. As long as it does the job, keeps it safe, there's not been any hacks or anything, then I'm quite happy with it. Tim Draper thinks it will hit 250k in the next bull run. 250k. Well, let's analyze the potential of that. So Google Trends. Let's just hope nothing untoward shows up in my search history. Joke. Anyway, let's have a look at Google Trends. So we are currently very near an all-time high. This is United States. Let's have a look worldwide. Let's have a look and see the Bitcoin interest level. So currently it's at an interest level of 16. Okay, near its all-time high. And when it was last at an all-time high, which was 17th of December 2017, it was between 85 and 100. So what's that, 93? So yeah, so considering it's at 16 and we're at the values now, then extrapolating that, we could be seeing, it could be 100,000 next run. In my personal opinion, 100,000. I think 250 is probably a bit on the bullish side. You had Citibank also saying 318k by, roughly this time next year. One has to take these things with a pinch of salt. It's a little bit like when you go to a tarot reader and they say to you, you are going to have great fortune for the next 12 months, right? And you think to yourself, I'm going to have great fortune for the next 12 months. You may have great fortune for 11 months, and then for 1 month, you've got a really shitty month. So, you got to take these things with a pinch of salt. They are not all, these people don't know. There's absolutely no certainty. If there's one thing I'm certain about, is that there's no certainty in cryptocurrency. It's very unpredictable, incredibly hard to predict. Trying to predict it is almost impossible, but giving a rough thereabouts figure, I think 100,000 is probably where I see it going. And I think from now, the only way I will sell any Bitcoin is if it goes kind of 50k plus. One can take profits. It depends on if you need the profits. But personally speaking, I am happy to ride out the wave. I joined 3.5, about four years ago, tentatively 3.5 proper, and and in that time, I've seen the volatility. I got in at $900 Bitcoin was at the time. I didn't get in at the cents. I didn't get in at the low dollars. So I haven't properly had. I haven't, from Bitcoin anyway, haven't had proper decent profit. So I'm going to leave my money in for a while, I should think. Anything else? May as well just count one more. Will you shout out my fiance Kitten, who is 27 today? Happy 27th birthday, Kitten. Kitten, nice name. I just wanted to tell you that this text is just distraction later. Super, are you still bullish on Matic? Technologically, yes. I sold my Matic, so I sold it. So, but I do think it's going to do well. But I sold it at a high, and I'm not regretful of it, because that was an area where I took good profits, considering my entry point. I got in at early stage. Anyway, I think that's it. So thank you guys for being here. I've enjoyed chatting to you, but I've probably gone over my time. I have gone over my time. 50 minutes. Holy shit balls. So anyway, thank you for joining me, people. And during the whole of this stream, for 50 whole minutes, Bitcoin has stayed above 18,000. Let's get some stability going. Let's actually, let's start another rectangle. And let's hope it's a short one between 18 and 19. Let's hope so. I mean, it should be, because theoretically, if it stays above 18, this was a very short window compared to... So, come on. You never know. Could happen. Could happen. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Reserve rights, I will have a look at that at some point. Smash those likes. Let's just have a quick like spike count, because I imagine it's going to be incredibly disappointing. 80! There's 280 of you watching live. Before you leave, smash that like. I will join you, like smashed. So, thank you for joining once again. I love you all. And I will see you next time, hopefully with another golden nugget of information. So, people, it is, once I can get my thingy, it is lights out, all out.